Hello and welcome to News Review from BBC Learning English. I'm Rob and joining me today is Catherine. Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Rob. Hello, everybody. Yes, if you're a fan of Harry and Meghan, we've got just the story for you because they have teamed up with streaming giant Netflix to produce a range of programs and they may even appear in some of them.
Very exciting. Well, you need to test yourself on the vocabulary that we're going to talk about today. On our website, there's a quiz at bbclearningenglish.com. But don't go there yet. Let's find out more about this royal signing in this BBC News report.
When Harry and Meghan parted ways with royal life and royal funding, many were left wondering what commercial ventures they might pursue. The combination of a proven Hollywood star and an international star in the form of a prince made broadcasting an obvious choice. The multi-year deal will reportedly see the couple produce a variety of programmes, from documentaries to children's shows, for the platform's almost 200 million subscribers. How much the contract is worth, like so many things in royal life, is private.
So yes, it's just 6 months since Prince Harry and his bride Meghan Markle stepped away from the spotlight, and now we find they've signed a deal with media giant Netflix, although we don't know how much money they're going to make from this deal.
And we've got 3 words and expressions that you can use to talk about this story, haven't we, Catherine?
Yes, we have. We have mocked, land and impactful.
That's mocked, land and impactful. Great. Okay, well, let's start with your first news headline, please.
Yes, of course. We're heading first to the Daily Express here in the UK. The headline: Harry mocked over Netflix deal. They left for a quiet life.
So that's the word mocked, laughed at, made fun of.
Yes, now we spell this word M-O-C-K-E-D, mocked. It's the past tense and the past participle of the verb to mock, M-O-C-K. Now, if you mock somebody, you laugh at them, you make jokes about them, you have fun at their expense.
Is it quite a cruel way of making fun of somebody, or is it something you can do together and have a laugh together?
Yeah, it's not really about having fun together. If you mock somebody, you're just being a bit unpleasant, really. It's something we talk like kids do it a lot at school.
So it's about teasing somebody.
Yeah, in a bit of a kind of unpleasant way. So it's when you laugh at somebody because they can't do something properly, or because, in this case, because the people are saying Harry and Meghan said they wanted a quiet life, and here they are making programs with Netflix, so people are laughing at them about this.
Yeah, I know all about mocking because when I was at school, when we did sport, when we played football, people used to pick the teams, and I was always the last one to be picked because I was so bad at football.
Oh, Rob, that's such a shame. And what did the other kids say?
Well, they just said I was rubbish. They mocked me. They were mocking me all the time because of my terrible skills.
Oh dear, Rob, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's awful. Kids shouldn't mock you, Rob. We would never mock you, even if you are bad at football. I don't care.
Okay, well, let's see a summary of that word. So we talked about the word mocked, but mock has more than one meaning, doesn't it, Catherine?
Yes, it does. If you want to know about the meaning and use of the phrase to mock up, just click the link and we'll tell you all about it.
Down below. Okay, it's time now to look at our second headline, please.
Yes, and we're going now to Hello website. The headline: Prince Harry and Meghan Markle land mega deal with Netflix.
So the word is land, get, achieve something you wanted.
Yes, now this is a verb. It's spelled L-A-N-D, land. You know what land is, don't you, Rob?
Well, I'm standing on land or sitting on land now, isn't it? Land is all around us.
Yes, it's basically the earth. And that as a noun isn't really where we're going with this. But if you think about an aeroplane, when it flies a long way and it goes closer and closer and closer to the ground, and eventually it touches the ground, it lands. So after a long effort, a long flight, finally it achieves its destination. And that's the meaning of land here. If you land a deal, it means you've been working towards a deal, a contract, an arrangement, and finally it's happened. The deal has been signed, you've agreed, you've shaken hands, or you've signed a contract, you have landed the deal, you've done the work, it's finally happening. That's the idea of land here.
You have achieved something, yeah. Okay. So you could land a job, for example, land a position, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. You land a deal, that's a very strong collocation. Those two words go very strongly together. But you can land a job, you can land a promotion, you can land a place in a team. Like you never really landed a place in the football team at school, did you, Rob?
Well, no, going back to my school days, no, I didn't get picked for the football team, but I did land a place in the chess team that we had.
Well done. What did you have to do to land a place in the chess team?
Well, I had to do some practice and I had to have a test before I was accepted into the team. Then I landed that place and then we went off and did chess tournaments all over the country.
Nice.
Success at last.
Not bad being bad at football then. There's compensations.
I achieved something, didn't I? I landed something.
Yeah, and the idea is you did a lot of practice and preparation to land your place on the chess team.
Indeed. Right, okay, well, let's have a look at a summary of the word land. So we're talking about Harry and Meghan today, and it's not the first time we've talked about this couple, is it, Catherine?
No, we've followed them right through from their meeting to their wedding to the baby coming along, and we also covered the story of when they decided they wanted out of the royal family. And to find out more about that programme, click the link.
Okay, Catherine, it's time to hear about our next headline, please.
Yes, we're going to the Telegraph here in the UK. The headline, Prince Harry and Meghan strike megawatt Netflix deal to make their own impactful TV shows.
So the word is impactful, effective, influential.
Yes, that's right. It's an adjective, IMPACTFUL, impactful, and it comes from the verb and noun impact. Now, you know what impact means, don't you, Rob?
Yeah, when you hit something, you make an impact, don't you? Like that, bang.
Exactly, and it's that bang. If you hit something, the bang, often it kind of hurts if you have an impact with something, doesn't it? If you have a car accident, heaven forbid.
A lot of injuries can happen when you have a car, an impact on another car, yeah.
Yes, caused by the contact between one thing moving and another thing moving will have that's called impact. It will have a strong effect. If there's an impact in a car crash, you'll be hurt. So impact means strong effect in this sense. If something's impactful, it has a strong effect, it has a lot of influence. Now, what we know about Harry and Meghan is they've both said how keen they are to help with things like education, with public health. They are very keen on their charity work. Harry's influential in the disability arena. So we can guess that these are the kind of programs they want to make, and they want these programs to be effective, to make a difference in the world, to change people's lives. In other words, they want these programs to be impactful.
Yes, and they're quite high-profile names, so it's probably quite obvious that they are going to make an impact. Is that what we say?
We do, yes. If something is impactful, we can say it makes an impact. It means if it affects or influences people, or we can say it has an impact. When was the last time, Rob, you had an impact on somebody?
Well, I tried. I mean, working at home and having the family here, the house gets very, very messy. So I had to sit the kids down and talk to them about this mess. And it was almost like a speech. I said to them, look, You've got to keep the house tidier. A tidy house means a tidy mind. We can't live in this mess. So I thought my talk was quite impactful and they would listen. Yeah. Guess what happened?
They tidied their room straight away.
Quite the opposite. Nothing. The house has got messier, in fact. What could be the opposite of impactful? Impact less, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know, but that's a shame. So you didn't have an impact on the kids this time.
I tried, but...
Try bribery. Offer money.
Okay, I'll remember that one. Thank you. Right, let's have a summary of the word impactful. Okay, Catherine, it's time now to have a recap of the vocabulary that we've talked about today, please.
Yes, we had mocked, laughed at, made fun of. We had land, which means get or achieve something you wanted, and impactful, meaning effective or influential.
Now, you can test yourself on this vocabulary that we've talked about today in a quiz that's on our website at bbclearningenglish.com. Don't forget there's lots of other things you can learn about on our website, and we're also all over social media. So, thanks for joining us today and see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.